Tweedledee and Tweedledum have a plan today. Here's what you can look forward to on today's Nice Guys on Business.
Came into this without any topics, and my brain is going a million miles.
I know, right? Now we got it. And you see, if we're lucky, we may never get to the politics.
Right,
Doug is going to keep me busy enough that we won't actually talk about that.
I actually have questions about the political side of things, but I'm enjoying this part of the conversation too much to get there.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that the nice guys didn't exist. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your two favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
All right, well, I want to tell you a little bit more about my dream job. And I think you already know. You know what my dream job is, right?
Trader Joe's, right?
Yeah, that's right. Working at Trader Joe's. Mm-hmm. I realized today, as I'm doing a little bit more soul searching in what my next, my next occupation as full-time stock boy would be at Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's actually has a podcast. I did not know that.
Really?
Yes. And it is a podcast that you and I, not just producers, but we could actually host and do a better job than the two hosts are doing.
So who are the hosts? And do you think this is one they produce themselves? I wonder if they have a production company.
They probably have a production company, knowing the deep pockets that Trader Joe's. They come across as a very, organic, homegrown kind of company, but they put some pretty Herculean efforts into marketing. I know that they do. They have to. I mean,
of course.
Not to mention they spend a lot of money on Hawaiian shirts. So I know both of those things are going. So Trader Joe's, I happen to be perusing the website just to find out how easy it is to apply to get a job at Trader Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently there are thousands of people waiting in line to work for Trader Joe's, and I did not know that.
So are you basically saying that they're not even open to take your application because they're so backed up?
No, they will take your application. They have a pretty interesting process. They have an application where you could go on and apply for a specific role at one of the Trader Jobs where there's the job posting, or you could apply for an evergreen job either as a crew member or a mate.
Okay. A mate. So
right.
What is a mate? That's
that's
different from a crew member.
A crew member is the person that does like entry-level job stock and register and carts and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A mate is someone that actually supervises the crew members.
Understood. Okay.
And they say that 75% of the people that get the mate job actually came from crew. So I figured maybe I'll just gently put in an application in the crew area and elevate, work my way up.
And how close is the closest Trader Joe's to you?
Yeah, that's part of the problem. It's like 25 minutes away. It's not like it's where I lived in Baltimore, it was literally a mile from my house.
That's nice.
Very easy to go there. But I was thinking maybe I'll just do and then I was putting volunteer positions at Trader Joe's. Is there somebody that's in the parking lot that does carts? Normally there's somebody there, or somebody that has to go over to like the Walmart to pick up the Trader Joe's carts that the Walmart people tried to steal and the wheel locked or something like that.
Goddamn Walmart people. They're always trying to steal the Trader Joe's carts.
There's two, what do you call them? Like cart corrals, the place where you push the cart into when you're done in the parking lot and don't want to just leave it there. And the Trader Joe's, that's my favorite one to go in Ventura, has a Walmart, and a few other small shops, but the biggest stores are the Trader Joe's and the Walmart. And the Walmart people are forever putting their carts into the Trader Joe's corral, because normally, I don't mean to just say disparaging comments about Walmart shoppers.
Well, I mean, it's been done 1,000 times before, so I don't think you're actually saying anything new. But please continue.
They're fucking lazy. That's what it comes down to. Yeah. They're trying to figure out how easily they can get their chips and artificial flavors into their face.
Right. Exactly. 100%. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, you and I could take over as host of the Trader Joe's show.
Why don't you reach out to him about that?
It's probably a good idea. If you even listen to, for those in our community that have never heard the Trader Joe's show, it's okay. I just heard it for the first time today, and literally within like 10 seconds of listening, I'm like, oh, this show's so fucking canned. Can you just be a little bit more impromptu and spontaneous? I mean, is there I know there's a culture and a corporate structure that Trader Joe's they have to be on brand with everything. So there's no way that anybody's going to ever drop the F-bomb on the Trader Joe's show, I'm sure. But man, they need to loosen up their garter a little bit, I think.
So does it feel like 100% scripted, like they're basically just reading off of a script?
So I don't think that they're reading, but I don't think that they're like, listen to one of the latest episodes or one on wine. I think there's the latest one was on wine. And within the first like 20 seconds, you can tell it's like, this sounds way too stiff. I'm not saying it's scripted, but it's way like they have their dad jokes and their corny jokes right out of the gate. And I'm like, no, that's not how Strickland and I would run it.
Although I just downloaded the transcript from episode 81, which was about wine. And this, again, I'm not hearing them say it, so I don't know how canned it is, but the first interaction is pretty entertaining. It says, hey, Matt, we've never done a wine episode quite like this one before. What about episode 7? Well, that was about nuts and cheese too. Episode 42? That was a fascinating tour of wineries in the Sonoma Valley. And no, not like this. But there was episode 57 where we talked with the wine section leaders in our stores in the Santa Barbara area. That was a fun episode, but not like this one. Okay, I think you're overlooking what's in episode 73. 73? There's no wine in that episode. That's about air fryers. Yeah, and you overlooked them. I mean, that's funny. That's cute.
Okay. As you portrayed it, that was perfect. It would have been it would have been the best episode had it come across that way.
Oh, but what you're saying is it sounds like they had the script in front of them and they said, we've never done a wine episode quite like this one. No? What about episode 7? Well, that was about nuts and cheeses too.
A little bit less scripted feel than that.
Somewhere in between.
A lot more scripted than how you the way that you read it first.
Yeah,
I would have been entertained as I'm listening to this. I'm like, is this scripted? Because I don't feel like this is like a genuine conversation they're having here.
Yeah. That's what I really like about The Daily when I do listen to it. And now I have to listen quicker because I can only listen for a week. Michael Barbaro, he does the opening sometimes where he's like, hey, are you comfortable? Are you ready? And and they obviously leave that in on purpose if they want, but it's obviously heavily edited and heavily cleaned up. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff but it sounds and feels like a conversation. It does not sound edited. It sounds like they're just sitting across the table from each other, just chatting like old friends. And that's a great vibe. Whereas the post one doesn't always feel like that. Like they try to edit it the same way.
The journal doesn't feel that way.
Yeah,
either.
That's it. The journal. That's
the journal. It feels like they are trying to edit it so that it feels like it's a conversation, but it's like you almost feel like the person had a whole conversation with a producer and then the host went back in and added the questions.
Right. Exactly. That's it. 100%. Yeah.
And I like John, not John, Knutson, Ryan Knutson. I like him, and I like the hosts of the show, and I feel like they really are trying to be a little bit more impromptu than they were like when we first started listening. But I 100% feel like a producer's asking the question, the person's answering the question, and then they're going ahead and inserting Ryan's questions after the fact.
Right, 100%. So welcome back. My name is Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler.
Hey,
Jared, you can stop counting down. You can kill the stopwatch. That's right. It's done. It's over. It's out of the way.
All right. The other thing I wanted to talk about, because I only had a couple of topics I wanted to talk about, but the other one that we might spend a few moments talking about is all of these fucking subscriptions that we all have that we don't remember that we have. Like I just went through my credit card today and there are 3 things that I'm like, what the fuck is that still doing on there?
Yeah.
How far back are you allowed to go and dispute something after? Like, I canceled it, but I don't remember I can't tell you when I canceled it, or maybe I only canceled in my brain. But like Squarespace, why the hell do we have a Squarespace charge? All of my websites are Squarespace years ago.
Oh my God, that's been a long ass time.
I know. And I was like, okay, well, let me try to log in using all of my emails, because maybe I signed up like a customer's website or something like that as a bone. I don't know what I did. So I go back and I'm looking, I'm like, can't fucking find anything. So I dispute it. So Chase now has something that you can dispute, not dispute, but you can actually cancel directly from the credit card as a dispute.
Dude, that's brilliant.
So
I love that, because I do have a bunch of those. I need to go through my card.
I know. Me too.
Yeah,
me too. I can't even remember the other one that I had. I remember. One of them was I signed up through Zoom for the teleprompter when I was doing my like marketing video so that I could use a teleprompter. I think I did that like 3 months ago. So it wasn't a big charge, but it's $6 a month. And I'm like, you know what? That's $18. It's better in my pocket. That's like a gallon of gas here in California.
Now, on the other side of that, you've probably heard that, Netflix and Hulu and Roku, all of the subscription services are going to start clamping down on people sharing passwords, right? Like Disney Plus and stuff, right?
That's cool.
I got cool for you, not for me. My kids use mine all the time.
Well, wait a minute. Don't they have a family account that you can get? Like, I think my Netflix account is a family account for like $16 a month, and I'm allowed to have 2 or 3 televisions on that are my family's. Is that not correct?
I believe that one exists. I don't know if that's the one that I'm on, but I logged into Netflix last night, and the first thing it said was, hey, would you like to add a family member that doesn't live in your house to your account? It'll only cost you $7 a month more. And I'm like, what are you trying to say?
We're gently telling you, Strickland, we're about to cancel your fucking account because you've been pirating all of that for years.
Right. Exactly. And then when I said, no, not right now, I was waiting for the next question to be, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Do you think Riley, who has a what do they call it? What's the thing when they
satellite?
There's a name when they can check like where you're logged in from.
Oh,
right?
An IP address.
Yeah, right. And then I'll be like, don't you think Riley with the IP address in Maine, which is different from yours in Texas, is going to want to continue watching? I'm like, that was the question I was waiting for next.
I guess they also have to figure out, because we travel, and when we travel, we log into our Netflix account wherever we are. Like if we're in Vegas, when we turn on the television, smart TV or wherever it is that we're watching smart TV, and it's on somebody else's account, but you can't watch anything because it's been logged out, we can log in using our account. Now, I would assume that it knows. I don't know. There's probably some way that Netflix knows, right?
I'm quite sure that they, like, when they see that you log in a new location and you do it 2 or 3 times in a week or 2 weeks or whatever, and then you're back at your normal location again, it's no problem. And they have an algorithm that basically says, oh, that was just travel, right? But when I'm logging in, 3 or 4 times a week from here, and I'm also logging in 3 or 4 times a week halfway across the fucking country, I'm quite sure they had.
I wonder if you really look at revenue generated by Netflix, I wonder how much revenue that is lost because of things like piracy. I would have to imagine it's got to be huge.
It's got to be huge. And with IP addresses, they can get it right down to, definitely the zip code, possibly your very specific address. And I'm sure they're going to start clamping down. And honestly, when they do, I'm not going to be like, oh, what a bunch of fucking assholes. I'm going to be like, you know what? Thank you for not doing it sooner, because I know I've been cheating it with my kids for fucking years.
I've been getting away with it for
Hell
years.
Yes.
I really did think, I thought that it was a family membership that you could have, like for 50, you pay $7 a month if you want just you, but it's $15 a month and you can have 3 or 4 different people on it. I didn't realize it had to be in this. I'm going to claim ignorance. I'm going that route.
No, 100% it is. You totally can do that. And as soon as I get a message from my kids of like, hey Dad, I tried to log in and they said I couldn't, I'll be like, okay, I'll pay the extra $7 a month.
Isn't it good enough that that you're paying for their cell phones? Isn't that good
Oh my
enough?
God, I'm paying for so much shit for my kids still, but that's okay. I love them very much and it's all good.
I love my kids too, but damn it, the cutoff age is 30. 30
your kids,
is the age.
Well, at least one of your kids makes a shitload more money than probably all 3 of my kids combined, so it's okay.
Well, when is it that your kids are going to start making some money? I mean, what is that all about? Doesn't the career start now? I mean,
we'll see what happens.
At 24. At 24, does the career at some point the career kicks in, right?
I hope.
What
I
happens
keep waiting for it?
One of your kids is going to get married. I'm assuming they're coming to you and saying, "Hey, Dad, we don't work a job. You know that because you're paying for our Netflix. Could you pay for our wedding?"
Right, exactly. Well, as long as I don't have to pay for your Netflix anymore, I'm happy to pay for your wedding. Yeah. Right.
Well, I'll tell you, the biggest out for me with my kids when it comes to financial stuff is my kids are just spending future inheritance by borrowing from the insurance policy that I have. And this
there you go.
The best thing. Good. It is the best decision. I forget even who turned me on. I think JJ turned me on to that. She's like, why aren't they borrowing from your insurance?
Of course.
Like, hell yeah. Every time they come to me with their hand, hey, look, I'm a little cash strapped right now, but you can borrow against future inheritance if you want.
Sure. Hell yeah. Hell yes.
What a great idea. Okay. No, I got nothing else on my topics list. I know that you shared something with Jared and Tim today in the group exchange that I thought you were going to want to talk about today, but I'm not 100% sure that you want to go down the political path to any degree.
Well, interestingly, we have no voicemails at all.
None.
0 zip. I can double check right now.
Hold on a second. We definitely have voicemails. At least I thought we did. Hold on. Hold please. Go into voicemail. New voicemail. What's today's date?
The 21st.
You are right. Our last voicemail was on the voicemails have been added. Hold on. Let's look in here and see.
I did put something in the Facebook group. And by the way, if you are not yet a member of the Facebook group, go to niceshortcut.com. Sign up. It is a private group, but we'll let you in. Just answer a couple quick questions.
Yeah.
And we won't own your email or sell your email or any stupid shit like
last that. Week, our last voicemail that came to us was on November 13th, and that was from, I believe, JD. And he was mentioning about the generator. And we played that last week, I think, didn't we?
And I love that we're getting messages from new people. I mean, JD's not brand new. He left a message a month or 2 ago, but the one a month or 2 ago was the first one that he left. And if I remember correctly, he left that message and he left pink tutu, which confirms that he is a long time listener. And we appreciate that.
Strickland, I am not drinking my traditional beer today. I'm not drinking Michelob Ultra. Do you see the beer?
I noticed that 805. I've had that 805 before. That is a tasty beer.
It's a California blonde ale from the 805 area code, which is the area code that I live in, but don't have the area code using my phone. I have still my do you still have your Maryland number? Yeah, you do.
I do. 301. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
God, how many?
I don't even have a 443 number. I have the 301. Actually, who's got a 410? That's the original. That's the OG Maryland area.
I have 410. I have a 410 number.
Nice.
Yeah, my mom still has the same phone number that we got in 1976.
Wow. Well, she still got a landline.
She has a landline. Absolutely.
Crazy.
Yeah, landline. And I don't know. Do you remember when Maryland went to the you have to use the area code? Because it used to be you could just dial my mom's number. It would start
seven digits,
right,
not
7
10.
digits, period, the end. That was it. If you were in that area, you could dial anybody in. If you were in the 410 area, you could dial anybody. Now, was it that way from state to state everywhere you went?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean, unless you were in like a monster state like California, where, they probably had 2 or 3 different area codes early on.
Well, but didn't Maryland have 2? Hold on a second.
Maryland started with 410 for a long time. And then they went to 301.
Right.
That was like Southern and Maryland and towards DC. And then they started splitting 443. Yeah, exactly.
And this 443, I thought was just cell phone numbers at the beginning, or maybe it was all over who knows?
Maybe.
Okay. So do you want to talk about the political thing, or do you have anything else that you want to chat about?
No, we might as well. Well, I was saying, if you haven't yet joined the Facebook group, niceshortcut.com, and then just answer a couple quick questions and we'll let you in the group. I did post something on there today that was cute. Here, I'll just share my screen if you're not.
Yeah, you'll have to share your screen because
because you're not doing social media.
I have been blind from social media. I have not been on Facebook in about the last 3 weeks.
And you're still holding out with that. That's excellent.
I still have held out, and I have been on Instagram because JJ makes me a I don't know, you can share posts with somebody, like you can post in your name and somebody else's name, and you have to review and approve it. So really? I've only been on there to review and approve. It's kind of like, she calls it a co-conspirator. So I've been on her co-conspirator on several posts, but I have not gone for any type of entertainment purposes. There's been no scrolling at all on either Facebook or Instagram in the last probably the last 3 or 4 weeks now.
Nice. Well done.
So what are you saying? Tell me about.
This is my current front porch.
Wow.
It says, if anyone is wondering what influence Sally Biglow is having on my household, does this answer your question? Because this is my front porch, which is now decorated with a Santa's sleigh being pulled by a cow.
Okay, so there's a cow with like a green either crown or some sort of brilliant thing on the crown on the cow's head. I can't tell what that is.
It looks like a bow, like a gift bow.
And then it's got a garland reins and multicolor. Are those lights around the bodice?
I don't think they are actually lights, but that would be funny. Maybe we'll add lights, and so that at night when we turn it down, it's
that's good. So do you guys regularly sit on those 2 chairs that are there on the porch?
Not often, actually.
Where's the refrigerator? Often. I'm missing the fridge.
Well, that's the refrigerators are off to the right. It's over here out of the frame. We sit on the back porch more often. I don't know why. It's a good question. Why not out front versus
we
out
have
back?
We have the porch finished, our deck finished off of the Airstream, and we've already have it furnished and covered. And I was spending a couple of hours out. I actually took one of my sales calls out there today.
Nice. Gotta love that.
Very good. It was very good to be out there.
Gotta love that. Okay, so let's get into the politics now, a little bit.
Before you get into politics, because that might take us down a rabbit hole. I just want to share this. We have finished watching Tracker. I don't know if you watched Tracker at all. Tracker. I'm trying to remember the guy that was in Tracker. Hold on a second. It's the same guy from
Tracker TV show.
Tracker TV.
I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
I do not recognize the show.
Justin Hartley.
Okay.
So actually good. I think it's on Hulu. I don't think it's on. Yeah, it's on Hulu. I don't think.
Yeah,
it's on
it looks
Netflix.
like. Oh well, this is CBS Paramount, but maybe it's on Hulu now. Yeah. It's
just one season. Probably coming back for a second season, but definitely good. Worth a watch. It's about a guy that he calls himself a rewardist. He searches for missing people in hopes to getting the reward, and he doesn't. Maybe it's 2 seasons.
No, 2024. It just came out this year, and it looks like there's only 1 season so far.
Okay, so 1 season so far, but it says 2 seasons when you Google it. So maybe there is a second season that's coming. Anywho, this it's good. It's about a guy that goes around finding people that are missing and collecting the rewards, and it's very interesting. We've also finished watching Elsbeth. I don't know if you ever watched that one.
Elsbeth. No, never heard of it.
Elsbeth is the kind of quirky female attorney from The Good Wife and The Good Life. And then she has her own spin-off series of that might have been only a season. I forget. But right now, because I think it's important that we get further than one season, because we can usually watch one season in like a few days, and it kind of slows us down. We got to get really ramped up and interested in something. So we're looking for the long series and the long game. If you're playing the long game, you're watching a show like Lost.
Oh my God. Have you watched Lost at all?
No, I watched like 4 episodes.
I don't think you're going to enjoy it. I could be wrong. I think you might enjoy the first season.
Really?
Look, I could be totally wrong.
Tell me why. Why do you say that?
Okay, so
I'm into
remember
it right now.
watching Lost, and I was also really into it for the first half of the first season, and then maybe towards the end of the first season. But it just gets nuts from there, right? Like the whole idea of Lost, for those of you who are too fucking young to remember or haven't watched it, it's like this plane that crashes on a desert island, and it's all the people that survived, but then they start seeing weird shit, right? There's like the smoke monster and the fucking numbers and so the whole idea of it was, hey, there's this mystery of like crazy shit, right? Like really weird, crazy shit. And
their survival during this time also.
Right. How are they going to survive, and how do they get along with each other and all that kind of stuff, right? So if I remember correctly, by the end of the first season, you've got at least, 4 or 5 different things that you're like, well, that's a mystery. What is that? Right. Well, by the middle end of the second season, you have no answers to any of those. And the third season, you have no fucking answers. You just have more questions about everything.
You do want some resolve along the way. And I felt like even in 4 episodes, I'm like, okay, come on. There are these things that are in the woods that are attacking and killing people, but they can't discover what they are because I haven't figured out what they are yet. So I'm trying to figure out what are these dangerous things that are coming through the woods. And you're right. I'm like, okay, they just stand there as they see all the wood shake, and they're like, okay, it's going to kill somebody, but they're not taking any action.
Right. It's really well written and well acted and interesting. But from my perspective, and I haven't watched it since it was actually on TV, which is probably 15 years ago or more now. Right. I just like, this is really cool. And then we're so deep into it, and I have more and more questions and no answers at all. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think I watched all the way to the end of the first season because I'm thinking, okay, cool. They're going to answer some of these questions, and then they're going to ask more and have more mysteries. And if I remember correctly, we got no answers to any fucking questions. And I'm like, fuck this shit. I am not going to watch 2 or 3 or 4 seasons of this. Wondering, no, not my thing. Well, but I'm very curious what you think of it as you're watching it.
It's 7 seasons, and I keep thinking in my mind, does that mean that they're stuck on this place for 7 years?
Oh yeah, totally. They are. Well, the structure of it is good too.
Like the lady's pregnant, so I'm assuming at some point she's going to have this baby. I'm hoping she's not
goddamn
pregnant for 7 seasons.
I forgot about that. I don't honestly remember what happens.
Okay. All right.
Like maybe it's supposed to be 7 seasons goes into a month, 2 months. I don't think so. I would guess she probably has the baby at some point. But I don't know. I had something. Oh, I know. It was flashbacks, right? The cool thing is they do flashbacks of their past lives.
Right.
And that's kind of cool. So that was a nice sort of breakup from like, okay, it's just them on this fucking island over and over and over again, right? It's Gilligan's Island and shit.
They're down to, they have 48 people, I think is what they crashed and survived. And I'm curious, there's this center core crew that you get to know, but do all the other ones die out, or do they still like background people for 7 fucking seasons?
That's also an excellent question, because if I remember correctly, it is a kind of a larger core. It's not like one main character, right? Like Matthew Fox is kind of the main guy. But really
is he the doctor?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are, a lot of main people that you're following their story deeply, right? And it's a bunch of them, but it's not fucking 48.
Geez, it's 2004 it started. It's 6 seasons, and season 1 is 25 episodes.
Excuse me. Yeah, that was back in the day when a season of television was 25 or 30 episodes. That's right.
Is there going to be a Lost season 7? 121 episodes of Lost aired over 6 seasons between 2004 to 2010. Holy fuck. That is a lot. I mean, that's a solid weekend of binge watching for us.
Yeah, I started watching a show called The Bookie. And it's pretty entertaining. It's very funny, but it is one season so far, right? Like I binge watched the whole thing in like 2 nights, and because it's like 25-minute episodes too. And it's like, okay, gotta wait for the next season. All right, it is what it is.
I'll tell you another one that I watched. Hold on, I gotta find the name of it. Escape at Dannemora. Have you watched that one yet?
No, it sounds familiar.
Super good.
Escape and this is a show, it's a series.
It is
not a movie.
It is a 1-season drama that I think is based upon a true story. It's from 2000.
What's the name of it again? I'm going to look it up.
Escape at Dannemora. Dannemora.
Okay.
And Patricia Arquette, Benicio del Toro, Paul Dano, Eric Lang, and David Morse, Bonnie Hunt. It was good. It's about these 2 guys, and Ben Stiller is the I think he's the director of it, which was an interesting spin for me because I did not know he was a director. But it's about this plot to escape from this prison and all of the complexities involved in the attempted escape or the escape. I don't want to give it away because it is only 6 years old. So, but you know what's interesting about some of the shows on Netflix? I don't know if you find this, but this has been around since 2018. It's probably been on Netflix for a while now, and I am just discovering it now. Why is that the case?
Oh my God, there are so many shows like that I've, it's like, oh my God, why didn't I see this 5 years ago? I've never heard of this show before. And that's a cool thing that I really enjoy about the algorithm, right? I mean, they've all got their own algorithms, but Netflix is like, hey, we think you'd like this. And I'd be like, I've never heard of it. This is great. And so it's funny because, it's me and my daughter Amanda and Sally here at the house.
Very eclectic taste in that
right.
house.
And so when I'm watching on one of these on Netflix or whatever, I always make sure I'm on my login so it doesn't mess up the algorithm, right?
Yeah, I've been watching on my account, and it does show me a whole series of different on my profile, because I think we have a me profile, a JJ profile, and then I think there's like a kids that automatically pops up. But what comes up on my profile is 100% more different than what comes up on JJ. And this Escape from Dannemora came up on there. I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty interesting. It's only 8 episodes or 8 parts, so I'm gonna check that out. I think you would enjoy that. There's a lot of a little bit of everything. There's some relationship issues. There is like a mystery. There's some puzzle. There's a whole bunch of dynamic and personality things that are going on in the mix. I think you'd enjoy that one.
It totally seems like the kind of thing I'd like. I love a good heist movie. I like a mystery, I like a little bit of a fun drama.
You're an Ocean's
action.
11 kind of guy.
Oh my God. Ocean's 11 is the absolute fucking OG shit. Absolutely. It's great.
I know I asked you this before, but did you ever watch Heist? Did you go to that one? It's the one that's like Italian with English dubs.
Heist. I don't think I did. I think I've seen it recommended on my. Is that a series also? Heist. There's a show called Money Heist, I think.
Yeah,
right?
That's it.
But that's like a 4-season thing.
Well, I remember when I watched that originally, it was like Heist in 4 parts. I'm like, oh, this is cool. This will be easy. This would be like 4 episodes.
4 episodes, right?
And it's like there was 5 fucking seasons or 4 seasons at the time, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like 40 episodes of this thing. And I was looking to I was wanting a beginning and a closure the same weekend. I think JJ might have been out of town. I'm gonna like binge watch this. And I kept watching at the end of episode 4. I'm closing in on the end of episode 4. I'm like, there is no way they're going to wrap this shit up by the end of this episode.
And that was the same thing that I got. Like, I think I watched 3 or 4 episodes and I was thinking, we are not very far into this whole heist thing at all. Right. And like, I've got little bits and pieces of what's happening, but I need a little more action. And I was the same way. I was like, is this one heist for seasons? No, if we can do one heist per season, like maybe spread it out over 8 episodes. Ooh, like Kaleidoscope. Did you see that
what's
one?
What's that? No, what's that one?
Hang on. Now I think, let me look it up. You see this? This is Doug and Strick talking shows. Okay. It's a show called Kaleidoscope.
All right. I'm on it right now. Where is it?
Here's Netflix. What's cool about this. This is a show that there are, I think it's 8 episodes or something, right?
Okay.
And it's one heist.
I'm writing it down.
But you can watch the episodes in any order.
No, you told me about this before.
It's cool. It's
now,
very cool.
Is it because there's no connection from one episode to the other?
Something like that. Yeah. And I watched it over a year ago now, so I don't remember exactly. But it is definitely like it's different pieces of a puzzle, and it's very cool the way they put it together. I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's best to watch like the real last episode. Here we go. The last episode is titled White and is suggested for viewing at the end. So the first 7, you absolutely can watch in any order as long as you save the White episode for last. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool.
I wrote it down. I will take that under advisement. I'm not looking for a show right now. We have 7 seasons of Lost to get through right now.
I'm going to put money. I'm going to say, and I will give you 3-to-1 odds on this. You ain't going to make it to the end of season 7. I think you're going to drop before that.
Really?
I'm not saying you're going to like end with 1 season, but I don't think you're going to. Yeah, I don't think so. But
any more TV information before I get to the Nice Guys gift guide for 2024?
Okay. Yes. There's one show that, hang on, what is it? Army of, so there's a movie.
Came into this without any topics and my brain is going to
I know, right? Now we got it. And you see, if we're lucky, we may never get to the politics. Doug is going to keep me busy enough that we won't actually talk about that.
I actually have questions about the political side of things, but I'm enjoying this part of the conversation too much to get there.
Okay. Do you like a good heist movie also?
Yeah.
And do you like a good action movie?
Movie or series?
Movie.
I like movies. I tend not to watch a lot of movies because I like a little bit more involved. I like a little bit more of a commitment than a movie, but I'd watch a movie given the opportunity if it was really good.
Okay. Army of Thieves. Army of Thieves. It's a heist movie, and it's like a safe cracking heist movie.
Okay.
But it's very fast paced. It's very entertaining. And it's really, really good. I watched it probably 2 or 3 times now because it's so goddamn fun.
Okay. I got it. I'm going to watch it.
You totally should.
Okay. Nice Guys gift guide 2024 Christmas.
Please.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm down.
Nice guy. First of all, let me just say this just because it wouldn't be fair to us if I didn't say this. Niceguysmerch.com. I got to go there.
Yeah, because everybody's running there so quickly. Yeah.
I want to make sure that everybody is aware of this, even though they are not a sponsor, but I'm still going to share this information because I think it is that important and it is that good a product. Now, are you a fan of ice cream at all? Do you like ice cream?
Of course.
Okay. All right. So, one of our clients, Christine Mitchie.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Christine has a sponsor for her podcast. She has a podcast called The Playful Podcast. Playful, Full podcast. So those in our community that like a show that's probably a little bit more political and a little bit more left-leaning, even more left-leaning than our show. I think you would really like the Playful Podcast. So check that out. Anyway, the sponsor for the Playful Podcast is a company called Taharka Brothers. Taharka Brothers is a Baltimore-based ice cream company. Now, they have global shipping. of ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay. So the ice cream comes in, and I was fortunate enough because I participated in a guest reunion. I was fortunate enough to be the recipient of 4 pints of Taharka Brothers ice cream. Okay. And I can't eat dairy. So I said, hey, is it possible to get me on the non-dairy list? So she put in the request, and they sent 2 chocolate flavors, a strawberry flavor, and one that was called jasmine berry, which was like boysenberry and jasmine hints. This had to be the best 4 pints of ice cream that I've ever had in my entire life. So Taharka, Taharka, I believe is how you spell that. Taharka. Is it brothers.com or
Taharka Brothers? Oh, I don't know what the website is. I haven't.
Yeah, let's take a look.
We should definitely get a link and put it into the.
Yeah, let's do that. Taharka Brother. It's taharkabrothers.com, and we'll put a link in the show notes here. I'm gonna drop this into the chat box for you, Strickland, so that you have it. But order yourself 6 pints of ice cream, have it delivered to you, or send it as a gift. Those people that you send it to will never stop talking about it.
And they're Baltimore based, which we love.
Baltimore based, all like, it's like ice cream with a social purpose, which is really good. They do all good things. It's a little bit more expensive than store-bought ice cream, but man.
Well, and you're getting it shipped, right? Like, how do you keep, is it like dry ice and shit? You got to keep it like really cold, right?
Dry ice. So good. So good. They have amazing flavors: honey graham, mint flicks, chills, key lime pie, caramel crunch. So many delicious flavors, whether you're gluten-free, dairy-free, or you just like good old-fashioned ice cream. Sorry, are you dealing with the same shit that I'm dealing with this cough that just will not give up?
Yeah, I was sick last week. I think everybody knew I said on the show, and I'm still like, it's down in my throat now, but it is it's definitely still hanging on. And I just thought, oh, I'm fucking old. I don't get well as quickly as I used to. I don't know.
Well,
yeah, it's still
that is all of us. Okay, so taharkabrothers.com. Just go there. We'll put a link in the show notes so you have access to that. But do yourself a favor. If you're getting a holiday gift for someone and you're not going to buy Nice Guy merch, which I don't know why anybody wouldn't buy Nice Guy merch, you need multiple things for your friends and family. Go to taharkabrothers.com, and I'm going to have them as a guest on the Nice Guys on Business in the upcoming weeks. As soon as I get through this back inventory of like 40 episodes, I have so many fucking episodes that I got to get through.
You mean that's how many you
I've already recorded? I'm like well into February right now with episodes.
Well, we can always, put bonuses out if it's taking too long.
My biggest concern with the bonus episodes is that then I'd have to find more guests. It's like, it's a double-edged sword. It's like, do I, don't I?
No, if you're enjoying being far ahead, right?
I really like it. I remembered a few months ago, there was this, hey, you got an episode coming out next week? I'd get a little notification reminder from Angelica on our team. Hey, Doug, are you following on the job?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All the times I tell them, hey, remind them how to do their job. She finally was able to say, hey, just as a reminder, hint, hint, you need to have an episode in so our team can do what you pay us to do, please. Okay, that was the Nice Guys holiday gift guide. We'll come up with more products. Do you have an Amazon wish list that you put together?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really updated it. Like, it exists, but like you, it's like, if there's something I need, I buy it. And like, I know, but don't you have, I need or want.
Don't you have family? Like, does your mom, do you guys exchange gifts at all or no?
Yeah, we usually do. That's a good idea. Like, I should create that list and then I can add stuff to it and share it. That's a very good idea. Yeah.
And I don't know who else in your family does that, but it's like, when JJ, my family is not, our love language is absolutely not gifts. No one in our family has a love language of gifts, but JJ's family, They do. They love to give gifts, especially her mom loves giving gifts. And I feel like if I don't provide a list, I'm just going to get a bunch of stuff that it's not that I don't appreciate it, but when I get it, I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Okay, let me just add that bag of pistachios to the other 47 bags of pistachios that I got. I may as well put together a list so that I'm getting stuff that I like.
Agreed. 100%.
But it's like I have to hold back from buying the shit I was going to buy anyway for myself.
Yeah, this time of year you have to do that.
Yeah. Like right now, what I would really like to get is another pair of earbuds, not because I need another pair because these are broken, but because at night when I listen to the Daily and the Journal as I'm falling asleep, I have these really subpar earbuds, and I'm like, you may as well get another nice pair of earbuds, and that's the exact thing that they would easily get for me. So
nice. Okay.
All right. Let's. We've done that. I think we're good with our holiday gift guide. We got about 15 minutes left in the episode before we.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be an hour. If you don't want to get into politics, God forbid, we end an episode at only 43 minutes long.
I have questions, not only about the U.S. What was he? The U.S. Attorney Matt Gaetz.
Matt Gaetz.
Gaetz. I got to understand the rationale behind the dropping out of his confirmation. I got to understand how that happened.
Okay, you need to understand why he dropped out.
Hey, what's up, Sally?
Oh yeah, Doug is laughing because Sally just snuck into the frame with a great big smile to
that was funny.
Say hi.
So the question that I have relates to he was appointed by Trump to be the U.S. Attorney General, correct?
Well, he's going to be appointed. Trump is basically giving out his list of people that he will be putting up.
Right. Yes, and of course, he has to go through the confirmation process, which takes him through is it House and Senate or just the Senate?
I think it's just Senate.
Okay. So it takes, all right, whatever. It takes him through. He's got to get confirmed. So a lot of people have to say good things about him in order for it to go through.
Yep.
And he decided that he was going to drop out of the process because he was creating too much of a distraction, or at least what he says, creating too much of a distraction for the incoming cabinet. And then Tim or Jared, I think it was Tim, came up with a really interesting perspective on why he resigned from his position in the Senate or the House.
The House, yeah.
Why he resigned from his position in the House and then dropped out. It was like perfectly orchestrated. I'm like, come on, are these guys really thinking that deep in the process? So anyway, I bring it to you because, master of political conversation and consultancy, share with me, what say you?
So, okay, let's get the quick background. So Matt Gaetz has been under investigation for years over allegations that he has paid for sex and paid for drugs and has had sex with an underage girl and took her across state lines.
Before you go into the next explanation, is there really anything wrong with any of this? Sorry. Yes, of course there's something wrong with all of those things. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So the DOJ did an investigation years ago, decided not to press charges. Now, the DOJ not pressing charges doesn't mean that he's not guilty. It just means that they didn't have enough evidence that they need to push, right?
Got it.
So more recently, there's an ethics committee investigation, and they were just about ready to release the findings. And this is apparently an investigation that's been going on for months, years or something. I don't know. And right after Trump got elected, they're like, okay, we're done. We are going to release these findings, and we're going to, this is what we found, right? Now, then Trump says, hey, I'm going to make him the head of Department of Justice, right? Okay. And so Gaetz immediately fucking quits Congress. He's like, great, cool. I'm going to focus on this shit. Now, the reason that's significant, because there are a lot of people who are current members of Congress who Trump is saying he's going to put into his cabinet, and they're not quitting their job immediately because they don't know what's going to happen with the confirmation process and many other things, right? So why did Matt Gaetz quit all of a sudden? They literally 2 days after he quit was the date that they planned on releasing this information about him. And so while he hasn't seen it, the investigation is only relevant for members of Congress. So literally, as soon as he quits, they have no reason to release it. Now, it's not that they're not allowed to release it. They just don't have to. They could basically say, well, we could throw this information out to the public, but why? Right. And so the next question after he quits.
I'm curious, Freedom of Information Act, is the public able to see that if they want it, if they request it?
My understanding is that is not considered a public document because they didn't release it, right?
Of course. And it wasn't like it was our tax dollars put to use.
Of course not. No.
Right. Okay. All right. Okay.
So the next question was, he's going to have to go through a confirmation hearing, right?
Okay. Right.
So we should just release this to basically look. The first question was, if he's going to be the head of the DOJ, we need the public needs to know this information. The second argument, which is an even better one to me, was, look, there's a Senate confirmation hearing coming. We're going to have to do a lot of investigation into Matt Gaetz. Now, if the ethics committee has already been doing those investigations, why fucking waste taxpayer dollars and start from scratch all over again? You have the information, just give it to us so that we have a place to start. Okay. Now, the ethics committee meets and they're deciding should we release it or not, right? Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is also in the House, who is a very good friend of Matt Gaetz, right? Apparently they're all buddy and shit. When they're trying to decide if they should release this or not, here is what Marjorie Taylor Greene does. Marjorie Taylor Greene basically says, hey guys, if we're going to release ethics reports and rip apart our own that Trump has appointed, then put it all out there for the American people to see. Yes, all the ethics reports and claims, including the one I filed, all your sexual harassment and assault claims that were secretly settled. This is literally what she said, that were secretly settled, paying off victims with taxpayer money. The entire Jeffrey Epstein files, tapes, recordings, witness interviews, but not just those. There's more. Epstein wasn't/isn't the only asset. If we're going to dance, let's all dance in the sunlight, she wrote. And then she concluded with what appears to be a veiled threat. I'll make sure we do.
Was Gaetz involved with Jeffrey Epstein also?
Not that we know of. But basically what she's doing, right?
Yeah.
They're saying, hey, we may release this information on your friend, Matt Gaetz, right? Now, let's say I'm Marjorie Taylor Greene and I'm Matt Gaetz's buddy, right? I could say, hey, this wasn't finalized. It's not relevant. It's bullshit. You can't believe it, even if it's released. So there's no reason to release it. Oh, no. She basically says, hey, everybody, I know all the fucking dirt about all of you Republicans. I know what has been done. I know who's been paid off. I know the fucking secret. I actually put in a complaint myself that has never seen the public. So here's the deal. If you throw this out on Matt, I'm going to give away all of your dirty fucking secrets. Like, if Republicans, all of her friends, everybody in her party, if they didn't have anything to hide, they'd be like, sure, bitch, whatever you want to do. Fucking, I don't give a shit. But they all fucking cowered because basically Marjorie Taylor Greene's threat, right? Like the way they want to clean up the government, basically Marjorie Taylor Greene says, it's just so fucking hypocritical and ridiculous. It's unbelievable to me that basically the way to hide one guy's wrongdoing is to threaten to show the wrongdoing of all of your friends. This isn't like she's threatening Democrats, right? This isn't like Democrats have said, we want to release this. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying, you guys are a bunch of assholes. Don't do it. She's basically saying to her friends, hey, I'm going to fucking out you. And they're all terrified because there's so much shit to out them about.
What did all of this happen before he decided to drop out, or is this as a part of him dropping out?
Nope, he just dropped out. As of this recording, he dropped out a couple of hours ahead, right? And I guarantee you the reason he dropped out is because he was terrified that they were going to release this thing, right? Now, if there's no confirmation hearing for him being in Trump's cabinet, yeah, there's no fucking way. So the ethics committee met yesterday, I believe, right? And they met to discuss, are we going to release this? Now, the ethics committee is a bipartisan. It's like the same number of Republicans and Democrats on the committee. They met to discuss, should we release this or not? And they didn't come to a decision. They planned to meet again on December 5th. So it wasn't like this, they're meeting to say this is fucking national defense shit. It's like, we have this report. It's done. It's ready. Should we put it out to the public or not? And the decision was, let's wait another 2 weeks and decide then. You know why? Because they basically said, I guarantee you, the Republicans on the committee went back to Matt Gaetz and they said, hey, dude, guess what? We know what's in here. Okay. And if it comes out, you are fucked, right? You're fucking done. So here's the deal. We held off. We convinced the Democrats on the committee to not do anything yet. The only fucking way out of this is if you drop out, and then maybe possibly we can get them to drop this.
Does he drop out and kind of like run and cower in a corner? He's no longer in the house. Like, what does he do now?
Well, this is what's funny, because let's say that he was still he was a regular nominee and then made the choice to drop out. Okay, well, he's still in the House of Representatives. Cool. No foul, no harm, no foul. Right. Well, the fact that he quit already, he can't unquit now. And we know that even if he could, he wouldn't, because he doesn't want this fucking report coming out, which would come out if he unquit. So bottom line is, look, what Tim is saying is that, was it orchestrated that Trump offered this to him so he could quit without it looking suspicious? And then, oops, oh, well, I'm going to drop out because I don't want to distract. It's such fucking political bullshit. It's so ridiculous. The guy is a total and complete sleazebag, and he's just going to get out of it because, it's such bullshit.
Isn't the bottom line that he is now out of the House? And so even if it's another Republican that's in his place or a Democrat, either way, it's just possibly somebody that is better than who was in there to begin with, based upon what we know about him.
Well, yeah, hopefully the person that replaces him is a little better than him, at least.
Sounds like it would be hard to find somebody much worse than him.
No doubt. Well, what I'm curious about is, there's cabinet positions that need to be, vetted and shit, right? But the president can bring on advisors, right? And it's just, I don't know if the government pays them or how that fucking works, but they don't have to go through any kind of vetting process. I wouldn't be surprised if Gaetz comes back as a fucking advisor to Trump and doesn't have to go through any of the shit.
Let me ask my buddy Ron Klain on how that works exactly.
Dude, I'm telling you, if you call him, he will roll his eyes and go, dude, this is fucking Armageddon. What's going to happen now?
He's in a whole different place in his life. His son just got married. I'm sure I think he's got another kid that's already gotten married, and he's got the whole family thing working right now. I think he would probably prefer not dealing with anything political at this particular point in his life. Maybe I could be wrong.
Probably. So what's interesting, that like earlier in the week, I was making a couple notes about things to talk about how unqualified each of these cabinet picks are. Matt Gaetz, for example, right? So he wanted him to run the Department of Justice, right? Now, Who usually runs the Department of Justice? Somebody who has been a prosecutor for a lot of years, or at least a defense attorney, or has had a lot of experience in court, in the law, right? Matt Gaetz graduated law school. Okay.
Yeah.
He did pass the bar.
Well, that's good.
And apparently he worked for a law firm for about 2 years. And that was it. Then he ran for Congress. So working for a law firm does not mean he actually went to trial or has trial experience, or he was never a prosecutor, and he hasn't actually practiced, other than those 2 years that he did it. He hasn't practiced law in 15 fucking years. Does this guy seem qualified to run, to be the number one prosecutor for the whole fucking country? Well, I guess we don't have to argue that anymore because he dropped out.
That's
So
a moot point.
The real question, aside from how little qualifications, what poor qualifications his cabinet picks have, there's one commonality that is an obvious one. They are all fucking Trump loyalists. In other words, it doesn't matter if they're good at their job. They basically kissed the ring and said that Trump is the greatest thing since sliced bread. But I happened upon an article earlier today that gives one other commonality, not of all the cabinet picks, but many of the cabinet picks.
Can I guess before? And we have not set this up, so I don't know this to be a fact. I'm just going to guess.
Excellent,
okay.
Please.
Convicted felon, I would say that would be one.
You are on the right track. You're not. That is not it exactly, but that you are definitely very warm.
Indicted. Each one of them has been indicted for various miscellaneous crimes.
You're getting closer. You're getting much closer.
I just had a feeling that would be the path that we were going to go down, but I can't give you any more information than that. What is the commonality between all of these cabinet members?
Here is the actual headline of the article from the AP. Several of Trump's cabinet picks and Trump himself have been accused of sexual misconduct.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so just real quick, we'll go through President-elect Trump. Obviously, we know about all that shit, right? Pete Hegseth, nominee for the Secretary of Defense. Oh, yeah, by the way, Pete Hegseth, he's a Fox News anchor.
Oh, okay. Well,
and Trump wants him to be the Secretary of Defense while we happen to have 2 goddamn wars going on with allies of ours in the world, right?
Well, they weren't my fault.
Yeah. And by the way, Pete Hegseth, his military experience, this Fox News host.
Yes.
Well, he was in the National Guard.
Well, that was good. At least he was more than a war correspondent. That's good. Yeah. He was in the guard. Okay.
He was in the National Guard.
Was it the Republican Guard or was he?
Okay, so let's say a woman had accused Hegseth of sexual assault in October 2017 after he spoke at a Republican women's event. And let's say what I've said all along, the incident was fully investigated. Police found the allegations to be false, but a payment was made as part of a confidential settlement.
Yeah, I got it.
Right. You always pay confidential settlements when you're not actually guilty. Absolutely.
Understood.
Okay. Our Robert F. Kennedy, who's going to be the Secretary of Health and Human Services.
All right.
Let's see. A woman who babysat for Kennedy and his second wife told Vanity Fair that he groped her in the late 90s when she was 23. He did not deny the allegation, saying, "I had a very, very rambunctious youth." Let's see. What else have we got? Linda McMahon, who's going to be Secretary of Education, knowingly enabled sexual exploitation of children by a World Wrestling Entertainment employee as early as the 80s. Excuse me. She denies the allegations. Let's keep going. Elon Musk. Oh, this is new news. Department of Government Efficiency. He was accused of sexual misconduct by a flight attendant contracted by SpaceX in 2016. Matt Gaetz. We know all about that shit. Let's just keep going. Okay, well, that's it so far. But I mean, is that not enough? No.
It's plenty. That is plenty. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well, this has been good. This has been, we've gone everywhere from television series to credit card issues to to political things to a holiday gift guide for the nice guys. I think we've covered pretty much everything that we're going to cover today.
I think we've hit a lot. Yes.
Nice guy community, have you been enjoying these topics today, or are there other topics that you want us to get into in the upcoming weeks? Feel free to tune in to Trader Joe's podcast in order to get the scripted version of what we do. Oh, God, Strickland.
There's a scripted version?
How much longer are we going to be doing this show? I mean, we do have 10 years coming up. Do we go into season 3 at year 10? What do we do?
Yeah, that's interesting, because season 2, we started specifically at episode 1000. Right. The season numbers, it is fucking arbitrary.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like we can make the decision that, you know what, season 3 will start at 10 years.
Right.
When we begin our 11th year, that will be season 3. I like that plan.
I think that we should put out a request for, or we should have a contest request for brand new cover art for the Nice Guys on Business at year 10.
I like it. Now, do we want to look like we're really cool with seasons and do a new season every year?
No.
On our anniversary?
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, you're probably right.
By the time we're done with that, we already have like the next year in the can, pretty much. So
yeah, that's true, because we've got season. If we start season 3 and we're already at episode 1500 something or another, right? Then when we hit episode 2000, that'll be season 4.
Season 4, right? That's good. So it'll take us probably about another, let's see, at 100 episodes a year. It'll take us about another 3 or 4 years to get to episode 2000. That will be season 4. I think this is a good plan. The 10-year anniversary will be season 3.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
But the question was, do we put out a call to action to our audience for art for our, that original logo? Remember when we made that logo? I don't know if you know, but the original logo, I think it cost us like $2,500 to do that.
Oh my God. I didn't realize that we paid that much. I mean, it's very good, but it ain't $2,500 fucking dollars worth.
Well, I used the heart logo. I hired a company. I can't remember the name of the company, but my buddy Alex Gorston ran the company at the time. It was he and Andre and Feder.
Okay.
Andre and Feder. I think Feder, but not Andre. Andrew. What? Who's the famous tennis player? Is it Andre
Agassi?
Not Andre.
Federer, Roger Federer.
Okay, good. All right. So I'm not messing it up. It was Andre and Feder and Alex. And I hired Alex had these 2 design guys. They made when I changed careers back in 2013 or 2012 and started to write my book and do all that, they created the logo. It was a $2,500 logo that they then transferred over to, which was the heart logo. They made it into the microphone, and that was cool. So I kind of roll that all into the $2,500 cost.
I love it. I love it.
There was no Fiverr at the time.
No, we've gotten our money's worth out of it by now.
If nothing else, we've stayed in it long enough to finally get the value out of the logo.
I know, right? Right. We have to keep going.
So for year 10, maybe we should think about, I don't know, do we think about new music for new theme, or do we stay with what we got?
Well, I love the music, but I mean, we should totally put a call to action out there. Well, you know what usually happens when we do a call to action?
Well,
no action,
nothing.
No action whatsoever.
But if we specifically say, "Hey, Muhammad Shakiba, could you make us? Because Muhammad, he was doing a whole bunch of cover art for us when we had the national parks and all of that."
What if we make a contest out of it and bribe people?
We could do that. We could say, "Hey, $500 for the winning
the best design. $500 for the best design."
But we need at least 10 to choose from.
Okay, I'm down with that.
All right, we'll do
I'm
that.
Down with that. So let's do that. It'll be $500 for the best design, whether we use it or not.
Correct.
As long as we get at least 10 submissions.
Yes.
Now, alternatively, if we get
coming up with
hang on. This will be good. This is incentive for people to actually do one.
Okay.
It's not a disincentive. It's actually an incentive.
All right.
Now, if let's say we get 4 submissions, right? If we like one of them and decide to use it, you get the $500.
I like this plan. So
because if there are more than 10, I don't want to be obligated. I mean, it could be that the one we like best, we don't like enough to replace.
Correct.
But we will still pay the money as long as we get at least 10. And by the way, 10 people, let's clarify, right? Like you can't put 10 of your own fucking designs from the same person in.
I don't know that Tennessee Tim and Montreal Maurice actually count as two people.
100%. Doesn't work like that, right?
Sorry, Tim.
If we get at least 10, we're going to pay the $500 whether we use the best logo or not.
I like this.
But if we get fewer than 10 and we get a logo we like, we will pay even if it's fewer than 10.
I like this approach. Will we remember it? That is the
hopefully. Well, here's the deal. If we start getting submissions, then we'll remember. And if we don't, then just tough fucking luck.
All right. Where do they submit their submission to?
Good damn question. Should they send it to you, Doug, at turnkeypodcast.com?
That would be fine.
Perfect.
Or it would be really good if you don't even have to submit it there. Just call 4242 DJ Doug. Let us know you have one, and then we will tell you what to do with it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're going to get no one.
No, I feel like we're going to get one or two. We'll probably get Montreal Maurice, and he'll pull his crayons out, right?
Yep.
And then he'll just take a picture of it with his cell phone and send it to us.
Look, if part of your best move here is that you are really good at delegating, you can hire a Fiverr guy for $25. It would be a worthwhile investment if you think that $25 investment could actually. Okay, what if we have one person though that wants to make multiple submissions? We only count it as one submission in the grand scheme of we need 10. But you can put in multiple submissions if you want to, and we can still pick from one of those.
100%. Yes.
I like this.
So we need to get submissions from 10 different people to guarantee the prize.
All right.
But if you're really creative and you want to put in 25 submissions, we only have to like one of them to pay for it.
That is true. Okay. Don't forget submission 4242 DJ Doug or Doug at turnkeypodcast.com. If you actually just want to send it to me, 4242 DJ Doug. If you want to tell us that you're going to send it and then send it to Doug at turnkeypodcast.com.
Yeah, we got to wrap up because we're doing Harry Potter binge watching, not all of them tonight. Okay.
Wow.
But we are going to watch all the Harry Potter movies before Christmas.
That is significant.
And so we're watching another one tonight.
Okay, get to it. Steve
Number
O'Brien.
2, we watched number 1 earlier in the week, last week, maybe I can't remember. But we'll be watching number 2 tonight.
Okay. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. Fill up your week with the nice guys. That's their story, and they're sticking to it. Nice guys, nothing but nice guys. Hey, I'm Steve O'Brien, and I'd like to endorse my good friends Dan and Stan on the Nice Guys on Business podcast. We have been so close for so many years, and the fact that I'm getting paid has nothing to do with the authenticity of this endorsement. The Nice Guys on Business. Good going there, Dan and Stan. Sir, let me take this moment to compliment you on your fashion sense, particularly your slippers. Right now, you're probably thinking, boy, am I glad I left the kids at home for this episode. Am I the only one that can hear that? The fucking mail truck always has no muffler on it. Drives me crazy. It's one of the few sounds that can penetrate my fortress of solitude here. And the mail lady, she's a sweetheart too. It's not her fault. Not at all. It's the U.S. fucking government's fault. Ah, damn it. That drives me crazy.